Do you think it would be important to? Let me ask you this: if you knew for certain the baby, would you agree it's a baby? Is that a good term to use if it's in a womb? Is that a baby?
I think most people would say fetus.
Probably fetus. Yeah.
Okay, so what does fetus mean in Latin?
I think a fetus is a growing child. It's a
Yeah,
developing
you're
child.
right, Molly. You know it means a little human.
Yeah.
It's just using fetus is nothing more than a cope for what you know it is. It's a baby, right? So it's just
obviously not. If we're here debating it, I don't think it's as settled.
Well, then
as
you don't have to use the word fetus. It just makes people feel better. It's obviously a baby.
No, I mean obviously you wouldn't take a fetus that just has like a heart and like their brain isn't fully formed and be like that's the same as like a 1 month old.
Yeah.
Like we obviously see differences between development from then and there.
So, but then how about 30 weeks?
That's where it becomes a lot more contentious. Mm-hmm. But the point being is that we don't look at a fetus from its beginning stages and be like, yeah, that's the same thing as my 3-month-old cousin.
Hold on, that's a 9-month-old is not the same thing as a 1-month-old.
Okay,
right? So you can go through the progression of development continues. The question is, when does it start?
Yeah, that's $1 million question. I agree with that.
So
do you think conception?
Of course. That's the only answer.
Most women, I don't believe, even know that they're pregnant before 6 weeks.
But
so around the heartbeats and stuff like that.
The knowledge of your pregnancy doesn't mean that you're not pregnant.
No. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying practicality-wise, there are many instances of women who have miscarriages without even ever knowing because it might just present as a very heavy cycle that month.
That's fine, but it doesn't make it any less a life, right?
Sure,
go ahead, Molly.
No, but would you mourn that miscarriage in the same way you mourn
100%,
an
yes.
abortion, like a conscious
Not the same
choice?
way. No, it's not the same way. No, but it's still a tragedy. A miscarriage is a tragedy, but an abortion.
Even if she doesn't know about it.
But an abortion is an act of human will. A miscarriage most times is not. Now, sometimes it can be a miscarriage because you drank alcohol and you didn't know you were pregnant, or you might have taken a drug that had side effects. But yes, a miscarriage is a tragedy. Yes.
I have a question. So, do you care about the children once they're born?
I mean, I care a lot about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if say a woman got R-worded or something, or even if she just got pregnant and
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $200.
Right?
Life is not subjective, and we know this because you were speaking of killing. Why is it so easy for you ladies to kill kids? If your comfort and lifestyle more important than a life you hate.
Anyway, my question was, what was I saying? Oh, if
you were saying
so
if somebody someone forced sex upon themselves, it's the word you're.
Or even not even just that, but say if the mother was homeless or something, say she didn't have a good life, do you still think that child deserves to be brought into the world just to suffer?
Well, so it's not a guarantee of suffering. Number one. One sec. The answer is yes. The life should be brought into the world. There are twice as many people on the adoption waiting list.
There's so many people.
Well, let me ask you guys, and I'm just curious, how many abortions do you think there are a year in America?
I have no
tens
idea.
of thousands, I assume.
Any other guesses?
No, I have no clue.
What if I told you there was over 1 million abortions every year?
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
But you went from tens of thousands to 1 million.
I mean, there's billions of people on the
No. Yeah, there's 340 million in America. That's right. No, but do you think
as far as reported ones, because even just reported data is going to be incomplete.
That
because
doesn't count mifepristone, which is the chemical abortion that people can have at home. It doesn't count Plan B, right? So,
and even if abortion were illegal, for example, we stopped gathering data on who procures abortions, there would be so many. There's so many now, even with states where it's still legal.
Texas, it's gone down dramatically. So hundreds of thousands.
No, they're still happening. It's
they're happening,
not being accounted for.
About 90% abortion.
Women are just doing it to themselves.
Right. It's a 90% abortion reduction rate in Texas. I don't want to dwell on that too much, though. So there's 1 million abortions every single year. And there's twice as many people there's 2 million people actively on the adoption waiting list. So there's really no such thing currently, there could be, but currently, of an unwanted child. So there's 2 million people wanting to adopt, and there's 1 million people that have abortions every single year. So there's twice as many people that want to get a child. Now, there's a longer conversation about making it less bureaucratic without allowing bad people to adopt kids for bad reasons. I'm perfectly open for that conversation. But to answer your question, I don't love the premise. It's a really good question because a lot of people have it. I don't necessarily believe being born in poverty is a death sentence or is a reason to terminate.
Of course not.
No. But abortion is a death sentence. So I don't think poverty should give you a death sentence.
Would you say abortion is murder?
Oh, of course, 100%.
Do you think that people who procure abortions, women specifically,
Yes.
a woman who procures an abortion should go to jail for getting one?
Absolutely, yeah. They're the moral equivalent of Auschwitz.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of
Millions
want
of
By the way,
millions of women are,
No,
are
not the
basically
women.
the same as like Nazi
Not the women.
death
No,
camp
the
guards.
women are victims. They're lied to. 90% of women do not see an ultrasound before they have an abortion. They have no idea what's happening to them. They're the victims here. It is the abortionists that are doing this. But let me ask you, and I mean this, have you guys ever seen an abortion on a video?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. If women are the victims here, why should they be jailed?
Well, I don't believe they should be jailed. I think
just said
the
they should be
abortionists.
jailed.
How is it that
the
you
abortionists,
could believe that
the doctors-
abortion is murder,
But-
but a
no, no,
murderer shouldn't
no,
go to
no,
jail?
I didn't say that. The doctors, the abortionists, the people that call themselves doctors, the people that put women under general anesthesia and go into.
But
women do. They ask
They
for
are
it.
doctors. They're medical
Are you going to
professionals.
just discount the accountability of the women in
My
that
current
decision?
perspective is because the women are not given what is called informed consent, that the women should not be penalized. They should not be. They shouldn't be penalized. In fact, they should be given grace from a system that has lied to them and has misled them. They are not given the full picture of exactly what's happening to them. Informed consent has not happened. So these women are the victims. The abortionists, one second, the abortionists are the ones that know exactly what's happening. And if you haven't seen a video of an abortion, I'm not going to say anything too graphic. It is one of the hardest things to watch. The baby fights, the baby struggles, the baby dodges, the baby avoids. They break the neck of the baby. They euthanize it to the spring. It's not a joke.
Sorry.
And then they tear it limb from limb through there. If you're trying to tell me that's,
That's like a
If you're talking
full-grown
about,
child.
yeah,
No
like
way.
they're
Hold on,
called
no, no, no.
dilation and extraction abortions.
No.
Then yes,
Hold
it
on
can
a
look
second.
Like that. But if you're talking
a baby
about
has a backbone at 6 weeks and a spine. It has a complete figure. It's small. It's like probably as small
the
as.
size of like a grape, yeah.
Yes, but by 8 weeks or 12 weeks, and you're talking about.
But the vast majority of abortions are performed in the first trimester.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you just
so
the
when
type of
is-
abortion that you describe
trimester
is
is up to
literally
12
the
weeks.
like minority
Hold
of
on
the
a
time,
second.
and those are wanted pregnancies
said
because
they
usually
don't-
those women want those pregnancies. They weren't able
They
to
don't
carry
know
them
they're
to term
pregnant till they're 6 weeks,
because
to your point.
they weren't able to carry those children to term because of health risks to their own life or to the infants.
Right. So, without getting into that, no infant should be terminated because of health risk to the infant. Okay, that's insane. It's like you're going to kill the baby because the baby has health risks. That
Not
doesn't-
just health risks. These are
Oh, let me ask you.
these are medical.
Hold on, Down syndrome.
like
Should we
stillbirths or-
abort Down syndrome kids?
No.
Iceland has. They said if you have Down syndrome, you're done. So that's not a new phenomenon. They have gotten rid of Down syndrome. If you have a DNA test of Down syndrome, they abort the kid. I think that's cruel and unusual.
That is.
Yeah.
Okay, we agree. Good.
I think there are frivolous reasons to procure abortions, but I don't believe that just because there are frivolous reasons to get them, that means it should be outlawed.
But should murder be outlawed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you were saying,
Then
you even though you believe that those women have a hand in committing the murder and infanticide
they
basically
don't-
of their own children, they
They
shouldn't go to
don't
jail.
believe they have not been given informed consent.
Do
They
you
don't
have
know
that
what's
opinion
happening
with
to them.
people who are addicted to drugs?
Would-
Do you
I-
think
do
only
I
drug
think-
dealers should go to jail, but not
Well,
people who
it
actually
dep-
try to buy drugs and
Well,
consume
it depends.
them?
It depends what drug it is. It depends the category, the class, the
Is there a single
repetition.
drug where you would say that somebody who is buying and consuming drugs that they are addicted to should not be going to jail, but only their drug dealer should be going to jail?